And you look at these teams, Tim, both full of a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, a lot of exuberance when they're on the floor.
Yeah, I love these kind of matchups, Kevin, because you're looking at youth and you're looking at the future of the league. These guys want it, and they want it now.
And they don't seem to blink, do they? It's not too big for them.
No, absolutely unfazed by this stage.
Clock at 4. Outside Holiday. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's San Antonio now. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
It's Klingon, top of the key. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game. In the corner, Henderson with it. Fox with the steal.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked Coach directly about his thoughts on facing Drew Holiday. We have to keep an eye on him at all times, Coach admitted, saying defense is where he has me most worried. He can be so disruptive. We really have to keep the ball away from him. Sounds like they'll try to avoid Holiday altogether on the offensive end. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. And that one's good. Wembanyama.
And boy, Wembanyama has every shot in the bag. How about the touch there?
Outside Holiday. Back to Henderson. Pass to Klingon. Doesn't go that time. Good defense by Wembanyama. Outside Fox. Castle, no one around him. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Avdia finds Klingon. Back to Avdia. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Holiday. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Tim, how do you look at Avdia's game?
Well, I just think he's a guy as a small forward with great size and great versatility. He does a little bit of everything on the court to help you win.
Outside, Avdia. Back to Henderson. Shoots over Fox. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Spurs leading by 5. Pass to Champagny. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And how about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Avdia kicks to Henderson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Champagny. He has 5. Fox, no good. To the middle. Here's Henderson. Good work defensively by Fox.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Trailblazers trail by 6. And stolen by Vassell. The finish. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you know Vassell at the defensive end, always a threat to pick your pocket.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And Tim, it came out this past summer that the Trailblazers were for sale.
And with the entirety of the proceeds of that sale going to charitable causes, and with franchise values skyrocketing league-wide, a lot of good is going to come from this transfer.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Portland with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Outside Holiday. There's a screen by Kamara. Portland again missing. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 15-6 run.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
Pass to Kamara. Back to Holiday. Henderson outside. Shoots the 3. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Castle finds Wembanyama. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And sends Victor Wembanyama to the free throw line. It goes on Donovan Clingan. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Wembanyama. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Now, Wembanyama, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And stolen by Barnes. Out to the right wing. The 3. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. Here's Avdia. Henderson kicks to Holiday. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Now here's Barnes. Still scoreless. And it's Portland with the rebound. Pass to Clingan. Back to Holiday. To the right side. And the wide-open shot from Avdia. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 14-point game.
And you don't anticipate a guy over 7 feet tall pulling up and drilling a shot like that.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Spurs making a switch here. Harper's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 17. Outside Holiday. Back to Henderson. Outside Avdia. Back to Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Misses and the dry spell continues. Barnes outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Avdia kicks to Henderson. Shoots over Harper. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 15. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. The Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Henderson. Outside, Avdia. Here's Kamare. Sinks the three-pointer. Kamare's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Tim, you wouldn't know it now. Kamara, a late second-round pick back in 2023.
Well, Kevin, he's proven himself now. His defense is what first stood out, but now his offense has taken a leap forward.
Avdia following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Lets it go from deep, and Holiday is good for 3. 7 points in the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Wembanyama with it. Swinging, covering, and Wembanyama gets it to go.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now here is Holiday. 7 points in the game. Swinging the screen for Holiday. To the inside. And it's swinging with the jam.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
San Antonio leading by 10. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. .139 left in the first quarter. Pass to Johnson. Down low, Cornette. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Williams. Grant kicks to Thibault. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he trims the lead to single digits.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Castle with it, defended by Thibault. Johnson right side. Right side Harper. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Cornette. Williams with the block.
You know, the reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters. So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
San Antonio with the ball. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. Here's Castle. A second chance effort. And Cornette gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 7.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Now Sharp. Thibault on the wing. Over Castle. No good with the wing jumper. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be right back after this. So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
So it's Portland now. Keldon Johnson unable to get his last shot to go. Now, here's Thibault. He's guarded closely. 4 on the clock. Williams has a screen for Grant. That 3 off the mark. Spurs leading by 7. Castle on the wing. Defended by Thibault. Johnson outside for 3. Castle on the wing. And stolen by Thibault. Pass to Grant. Harper with the steal. Now Castle. Barnes outside. Johnson outside. Over in the corner, Barnes. San Antonio again missing. Thibault, the pass to Grant. Now Wesley fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Here's Grant following the bucket by the Spurs. Over Barnes. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. San Antonio leading by 6. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And he comes up with the deuce. And now it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Now, here's Thibault. Still yet to score. Pass to Wesley. Here's Sharp. Over Castle. And it's Sharp missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Johnson dishes to Harper. Pass to Cornette. Here's Barnes. Rebound by Williams. Trailblazers trail by 10. Portland moving the ball around. No good from Grant. Wesley against Johnson. Harper with the ball. Castle on the wing. Defended by Thibault.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And we're talking about, Tim, the front office. The Blazers very pleased with their internal development.
Well, the pieces fit. They're not just young players looking to score, but you have guys who are willing to defend and make hustle plays. That's how you build a winning culture.
Now, Castle. Following the miss by Jeremy Grant from deep. Castle. And the layup's good off the glass. Castle's got 9.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And some changes here for the Spurs. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Vassell comes in for Keldon Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Harper. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 14. Pass to Avdia. Holiday, a screen on Vassell. Now Sharp. Just 4 to shoot. Will it go? Rebound San Antonio. 17 points was their biggest margin. They are pumped right now after a big win on Sunday.
And I was really impressed with that passion to win. I mean, I don't think anybody saw that coming. They just stormed back there in that third quarter.
Now here is Holiday. 7 points in the game. Sharp against Castle. Pass to Kamara. There's a screen by Kamara. Holiday inside the line. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Vassell finds Barnes. Wembanyama, right side. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
This trip is his 2nd to the free throw line in this one. Harper, he's checked in for Castle. And Portland with a change here, too. Henderson's checked in. Free throw good, Wembanyama. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. There's San Antonio. It's been 13 unanswered points for them. They grabbed their own miss. And here's Vassell from the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Trailblazers trail by 17. Holiday with the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Wembanyama outside. Outside, Fox. Back to Wembanyama. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Spurs. Johnson comes in for Harper.
One shot.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Trying to find Fox. Gets it to him. An easy 2 points on the layup. Fox has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Henderson against Fox. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points from Scoot Henderson.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by the Spurs.
A pass to Fox. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Trailblazers trail by 20. Avdia, the pass to Henderson. Kamara up top. Outside, Avdia. Over Wembanyama.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
Spurs leading by 20. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. All defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Kevin, back to you.
It is a new day. Allie, we thank you very much. Avdia can't hit. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Now, here's Johnson. Hasn't made one yet. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Tim, walk me down the Donovan Klingen pick at number 7 in the 2024 draft. What do you think the thinking was there?
Well, Kevin, I just think people viewed him as a winner, a 2-time collegiate champion, and then most importantly, that rare young big man that wants to play center and anchor the paint.
Holiday following De'Aaron Fox's 3-point attempt. Bounce pass, Kamara. Klingon finds Avdia. Henderson, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either. On offense, here are the Spurs. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. And the foul called on Tamani Kamara. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A different look now for San Antonio. Champagne's checked in, and Castle is subbed in for Johnson. Here's Fox. He has 5. Champagnie passes to Fox. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. .139 left to play here in the second quarter. And here's Holiday. He has 7. Klingon the screen for Holiday. Offline with his 3. San Antonio with the ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. And the basket is good. Wembanyama has got 22 points.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Here's Klingon. Pass to Holiday. It's Henderson on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Wembanyama. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got 8.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I love the confidence, but the shot selection, that's debatable.
Now, here's Vassell. Nothing on the board. Wembanyama down low. Klingon covering. Wembanyama gets the bucket.
It is going to be hard to get a hand to Wembanyama's shots on the inside. Great instincts and just too much length.
Anderson with it. Guarded by Fox. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Henderson against Fox. Now here's Henderson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Henderson's got 6 in the quarter.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Portland Trail Blazers.
They say live by the three, die by the three. Right now, they are on life support.
Agreed. They're shooting their way right out of this.
Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. Do you guys agree they're looking very confident at this point?
Yeah, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing like me tonight, TCB, taking care of the business.
Well, I'm not sure what business you're talking about, Shaq, but I do agree with you. The message in the locker room is just simple. Don't let up. Finish off this game.
And still a half to go, but you get a sense the momentum is strongly in their favor. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
It's Klingon, top of the key. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Castle. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now, here is Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
You know, a word you hear a lot around Drew Holiday is underrated. Enough really doesn't get said about his abilities on the floor, how he can affect the game on both ends.
First free throw is good. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Now, here's Fox. Shoots over Henderson. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And that's one of Fox's strengths, trying to involve his teammates first. A really good passer who wants to play for his guys.
Avdia with it, covered by Vassell. Here's Henderson. On the wing, Holiday. Portland needs to get off a shot. Fires the three. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Fox, no good. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pass to Avdia. To the paint. Here's Kamara. And slam dunk by Kamara.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Fox feeling it out a bit. Here's Wembanyama. Hands the shot from the wing. Wembanyama has got 32 points in the game. The Trailblazers shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Henderson outside. Off target from outside. The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Pass to Avdia. Outside Holiday. There's a screen by Kamara. 6 to shoot. And Holiday kicks to Avdia. Out in his own on the break. Here's Vassell. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
One shot. One shot.
And that one falls for Vassell.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Avdia. Scoreless thus far. It's good from long range.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Some early scuffles for the third pick overall in 2023, but Tim Scoot Henderson coming on strong.
Well, he is slowly improving his efficiency. He has a long way to go, but with those physical tools and work ethic, I wouldn't bet against him.
They get it back. The kick out to Holiday. Down low. And the basket by Kamara. Kamare's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Fox. Excellent defense there from Henderson. Pass to Holiday. Henderson looking it over. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Henderson kicks to Avdia. There's a screen by Kamara. Henderson lets the three fly. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. The Spurs have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Fox passes to Vassell. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Outside, Fox. Beyond the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. The three-pointer is right on target.
so fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
The Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Fox against Henderson. Pass to Kamare. Now here's Avdia. On the wing, Holiday. 9 points in the game so far.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Outside, Fox. Wembanyama, outside.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
The first free throw is good. Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And both free throws good for Wembanyama. Portland has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Outside Holiday. Fox with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. The kick out to Fox. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up off the glass. Wembanyama has got 41.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Back to Holiday. They could use a bucket. Good work defensively by Fox. And San Antonio shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Barnes finds Castle. Outside, Fox. Castle against Henderson. Three-pointer, Fox. The shot misses. And for Portland, they're shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Pass to Henderson. Back to Grant. The tray. Whoa! What a play! And he dunks it down.
I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Klingon with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Wembanyama down low. Klingon covering. Wembanyama down low. Count it. Wembanyama's got 43 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's Kamare. He's got 9. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Williams passes to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Henderson left side. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, he's having a huge night, and so is this offense, just rolling right now.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Trailblazers. To the inside, Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
And look at the hops on Grant, lifting off for a slam before the D can contain it.
Wembanyama outside. Barnes outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. The offensive rebound.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Henderson passes to Williams. And the slam by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Wembanyama, a screen on Holiday. Right side, Harper. No good with the triple. And for Portland, they're shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. Here's Grant. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Williams can't hit. Spurs shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Barnes dishes to Johnson. Pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over, and another one falls. Amazing.
And he's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. Henderson outside. To the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And Holiday kicks to Grant. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Now Sharp inside, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
Here's Harper, and he lays it straight in.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
And for Portland, they're shooting not great, 40% for the game. Williams looking around. Pass to Sharp. And here now is Thibault. 5 on the clock. Grant for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harper against Sharp. Now here's Harper. He's covered closely, and he banks in the layup.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
To the paint, here's Williams, and it's slammed in by Williams.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
Bryant against Avdia, and Bryant throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Avdia against Bryant. Sharp. And the 3 off target. The Spurs have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Johnson, the pass to Cornette. And then Johnson with the jam.
Rocking that rim. Keldon Johnson, a big physical wing.
Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he drives in. Count that bucket.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Four on the shot clock. Barnes outside. Puts up a 3. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Grant. Sharp on the wing. With the drive. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by Cornette.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Sharp against Harper. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harper's got 6 here in this quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Sharp, the pass to Thibault. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Spurs. Barnes outside. The 11-footer. And it comes off the front of the rim. And for Portland, they're shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. And Matisse Thybulle gets the 3. Thybulle's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Cornette. Here's Harper. Count it. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Williams, a screen on Harper. Here's Sharp. A 3-pointer off the mark. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Johnson outside. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over Grant. Barnes can't get it to go. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Right side Harper. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Olynyk, he's checked in for the Spurs. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Toumani Camara comes in for Jeremy Grant. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Henderson subbed in for Sharp. Pass to Olynyk. Shoots. Avdia with the rebound.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
To the inside. Olynyk with the steal. Bryant on the wing. Defended by Avdia. Bryant with a screen for Harper. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. The Trailblazers shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Wasted no time on that one.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Harper against Henderson. Down low. A shot by Johnson, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Avdia can't hit. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Bryant gets a wide open look from outside off the mark. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pass to Henderson. Looking to get it going, and the layup is up and in.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And he'll head into the second round with his confidence at its highest level. He couldn't have picked a better time to take his game up a notch. Outside Harper. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 13. So just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. To the middle. Plumlee with the steal. Right wing. To the inside. Stolen by Holiday. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Henderson. The 15-footer. That one good for 2. Henderson's got 4 points this quarter.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And here's Plumlee. Clinging, covering. Plumlee dishes to Johnson. Back to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Lets it go from 11. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. The Spurs have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Pass to Harper. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the jam.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Harper up top. Henderson defending. Back to Harper. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Portland with the rebound. Holiday's got his 4th rebound in this one. Henderson outside. No one near him. Henderson with another miss.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Johnson kick still in it. Johnson against Holiday. Releases. Johnson's shot is off. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for San Antonio.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And I clearly think they showed to be the better team over the course of the series.
Hey, anytime you can win in 5, I mean, tonight, of course, they are way out in front. You take a lot of that mojo into the next round. We'll see if they can keep this same sort of competitive attitude as the stakes get higher. The competition also gets tougher.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
Johnson with it. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. They had control the whole series, and they are just rolling now, winning round 1, 4 games to 1.
And they are going to be tough to beat, Kevin. A few days rest afforded by taking this one in 5. Round 2 should be exciting as well.
And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.